Welcome to Coded Universe. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of inheritance in programming, but with a twist. We're explaining it through real-world examples. Now let's talk about inheritance. If you've ever looked at a family tree, you've seen inheritance in action. Just as physical traits and characteristics can be passed down from generation to generation, so too can properties and methods be passed from one class to another in programming. This is what we call inheritance. It's not just about who your parents are, but also about what you can do with what you've inherited. And just like in real life, there are different types of inheritance in programming: single, multi-level, and multiple inheritance. Each of these have their own unique characteristics and uses. Now that we've covered what inheritance is, let's delve deeper into its types. First up, single inheritance. It's like a parent passing traits to their child. In programming, a class inherits from only one parent class. Let's dive a bit deeper into this concept. Picture a world where a child can only inherit traits from one parent. This might mean the child has the same hair color, the same love for music, or even the same knack for cracking witty jokes. Just like in this real-world scenario in the world of programming, single inheritance allows a child class, also known as a subclass, to inherit properties and methods from just one parent class or superclass. This process is akin to creating a blueprint from an existing one, allowing the new class to utilize the features of the parent class, while also having the ability to implement its own unique characteristics. It's like our child with the same hair color as their parent, but perhaps with a completely different sense of style. This form of inheritance is quite straightforward and is the most commonly used form of inheritance in object-oriented programming. It promotes code reusability and can make programs much easier to read and maintain. So, just like a parent passing down their love for music to their child, a superclass passes down its properties and methods to the subclass. That's how single inheritance works in programming. Now, let's move on to multi-level inheritance. Next is multi-level inheritance. Picture a family with grandparents, parents, and children. Just like how a family's legacy passes through generations, multi-level inheritance happens in a similar fashion in the world of programming. Here's how it works. Imagine a grandparent who is a renowned chef. They pass down their secret recipes to their child, who is a parent now. This parent not only inherits the grandparent's recipes but also adds their own unique cooking techniques to the mix. In turn, they pass down this treasure trove of culinary knowledge to their child. So, the child now has access to the grandparent's secret recipes, the parent's unique techniques, and they can even add their own twist to it. That's multi-level inheritance in action. A class in programming, like our child here, can inherit properties from a parent class, which in turn inherits from its parent class, mimicking a ripple effect through generations. This kind of inheritance allows programmers to create a hierarchy of classes. The child class, also known as the derived class, inherits members and functions from all the parent classes up the hierarchy. This process promotes code reusability and a clean, organized structure, making a programmer's life a lot easier. And that's multi-level inheritance for you. But we're not done yet. Let's explore multiple inheritance. Finally, multiple inheritance. This is like a child inheriting traits from both parents. It's a bit like a culinary fusion where you blend the best from two different cuisines to create a unique dish. In the same way, a child may inherit their mother's eyes and their father's infectious laughter. But it doesn't stop there. They could also inherit their grandparents' love for music, or their aunt's knack for painting. This unique blend of traits makes each individual distinct and rich in character. Now let's translate this into the world of programming. In programming, a class can inherit features from more than one parent class. This is known as multiple inheritance. Imagine a class as a blueprint for creating objects. With multiple inheritance, our blueprint can draw from more than one source. It's like a super blueprint. This allows a class to inherit properties and methods from several parent classes, creating more diverse and functional classes. However, while this may sound like a programmer's dream, it does come with its challenges. For instance, it can lead to a lot of confusion if the same method is present in multiple parent classes. But don't worry, most programming languages have mechanisms to handle these situations. That's all about multiple inheritance. Let's wrap up. And that's a wrap on the types of inheritance. We've journeyed through the intriguing world of inheritance, exploring its various types through the lens of real-world examples. We started with single inheritance, akin to a child inheriting traits from one parent. We then delved into multi-level inheritance, visualizing it as a family tree where traits flow from grandparents to parents, and then to children. Lastly, we looked at multiple inheritance, where a class inherits features from more than one parent class, much like a child inheriting traits from both parents. We hope this analogy has made these concepts more relatable and easier to grasp. Now, it's time to put this knowledge into action. Try to incorporate these types of inheritance in your programming and see the magic unfold. And if you have any questions or insights to share, feel free to drop them in the comments section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coded Universe for more programming insights.